We love clean code. So, can you spot which part of the code is not clean? Exactly. We have some duplications here and duplications here. So, for now, for the sake of simplicity, let's make it zero point 0.2 to have only one group of duplications. Let's play it that we can. Whoa! Alright, it works. But still, we have a fixed value, a hard-coded value, which if we want to change it to, for example, zero point 0.1, we would need to go to all the places and change them one by one. So let's use variables to solve this problem. And we're gonna go to the variables category and make our first variable, call it the sleep time. And as you can see, it just appeared. It is equal to 0. So we have a command to set a variable to a value, meaning that we can set it to 0.2, the sleep time, and to set the sleep time variable to 0.2 when we start the whole thing, and then we can refer to the 0.2 to replace our hard-coded value. Let's drag it everywhere and play it again. Whoa! And you can see that the value of the sleep time variable has changed. If at the beginning we're gonna change it to 0.1, then you can guess the result will be whoa, faster. Alright, so we can play with it, and in the middle of the play we can set the sleep time to 0.3. Let's see what happens. Whoa! As you can see, at the end of the play, the whole thing slowed down because at the beginning we set it to 0.1, which made these two sleeps wait 0.1 seconds. Then we set it to 0.3, which made the variable change, meaning that the everything below this point, everywhere where we use the sleep time, the value that is in here will be 0.3. Alright, so what if we want to change this variable when we press the up and down key? So meaning that we want to increase and decrease the speed. Let's just remove these things. These were for the sake of example. But let's get down to the real deal. So when we press the up arrow, we have something like change the sleep time by a value. Note that we have the set sleep time and we have the change. The set actually sets it to that value that we define here. The change is adding to the value, the existing value. So for example, if I set my sleep time to 0, I clicked this block, then it got executed. So now you can see that it is 0. If I click it again, it's always gonna be 0 because it's gonna be equal to 0. But the change actually makes it different with an extra additional 1, meaning that it adds to it. So if I press it again and again and again and again, you will see that the value is changed by 1 extra more. So if you want to decrease it, you just make it -1, and then if you click it, then it's gonna be 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2. So let's use the change by. When we hit the up arrow, we're gonna change the sleep time by 0.1. And when we're gonna hit the down arrow, we're gonna, you can guess it, we're gonna change the sleep time by minus 0.1. Let's check it out. If I hit the up, then you can see that our sleep time is getting increased. And if I hit the space, oh, oops, the down arrow, then the sleep time is gonna decrease. Let's see what happens if I press play.
Whoa!
Let's increase it.
Whoa!
And then let's increase it to a higher value and then decrease it while it's playing and see what happens. I'm gonna press play, and meanwhile it is playing, I'm gonna press the down button to decrease the sleep time and to make the play faster. Let's check. Go.
Whoa!
See? At the end, it became much more faster because the sleep time was reduced to 0.1. So that's how you do change the speed while it's being played.